Hello, and welcome once again to another live stream of SYWK podcast. Sorry, my phone was on. So, yes, we are back once again, for another horror live stream. And in tonight's live stream, we are going to talk about demons, about ghosts, about haunting. So this is the preview. I'm going to share my point of view, and I'll try to see if I have the correct point of view in terms of demons, in terms of ghost, or I'm wrong in what I'm going to say today. But before we start with the live stream, I would like to tell everyone my content or anyone's content on the internet is basically for entertainment purpose, and tonight's live stream is also for entertainment. So you guys need to enjoy this content. Do not believe everything what I say. Do not believe if anyone shares their experience. Yes, you can believe, but do not take it so seriously. It all has to be done in the entertainment, in fun. That's it. I'm not going to promote blind faith. There is no superstition here. So just enjoy the stream, and if you would like to join the stream, the link is there in the description. Also, I will put the link in the chat. Join the stream. Just give me a minute. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Give me a minute. Yes. Here it is. So the link is there in the chat. If you would like to join the stream, you would like to share anything related to the paranormal, if you have your point of view, or if you have any knowledge about demons, about ghosts, about possession, then please do join the stream and share your point of view, share your experience. Also, I have an interesting story, two stories, which I will narrate at the end of the stream. So stay tuned, stick till the end. Also, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and share this episode link, share my channel link with your friends, with anyone who enjoys horror content. So to begin with, let me know if anyone is there in the chat. You can just say hi, hello, whatever. I did start my live stream late. So that's already late. I'll tell you something very interesting. I was almost going to hit the live button, but then I got pressure. So I had to run towards the toilet. I did my job quickly, and then I'm here now. So yes. So to begin with, let me check my sound. If my sound is fine, mic testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yes, sound is perfect. Okay, I will also go live on my Instagram account. So people who are following me on Instagram, they will get the notification and they can join in. Yes, I'll keep it here. Go live. Okay. So let's begin with the live stream. It's almost 4 minutes. I did nonsense. It was just an introduction. So now to begin with the live stream, we are going to talk about demons. We are going to talk about ghost. What are the difference? Is ghost real or is ghost not real? Then I will tell you some facts about demons and ghosts. So to begin with, I will start with something which is very interesting, and that is do ghosts exist? Yes or no? First of all, in the chat, do let me know, what do you feel? Do they exist? Do they don't? Are ghosts real? Are ghosts not real? Let me know. And in tonight's live stream, it's all about my point of view. So I can be wrong, I can be true. That all depends on you guys. So let me know whatever is your point of view. So to begin with, from my point of view, yes, ghost, demons, spirits are real. As per my information, as per my knowledge, as per things what I have experienced in my life, and as per people who have shared their personal experience, I do believe if there is good, then there is bad as well. Okay. Now, what is your point of view? Can you guys comment something on the chat? Can you come on the stream and let me know what is your point of view? Do you believe that ghost exists or ghost does not exist? Because for me, yes, it does. I do believe ghost exists. And talking about ghosts, talking about demons, I will share one personal experience and I will tell you if ghosts are real or no. Okay. So this is an experience. It's a personal experience. I have shared this multiple times, but for people who are new, they can, hear me out and they can share their point of view. So this is a personal experience where I experience the demon, or you can say the ghost, not demon, you can say the ghost and God at the same time. So as always, I'll break the story into 3 parts. First is the character introduction, the backstory, then the actual incident, and third, we'll try to see if there is any logical explanation. Okay, so let me tell you the backstory. Let me tell you the backstory of my personal experience. For people who are live on Instagram, I am basically live on YouTube. So do join me on YouTube. My YouTube link is there in the bio. So click on that and come on YouTube so you can, interact. You can share your experience. So let's go ahead with the story. This is something so personal, that whenever I share, I still get the chills because this has happened with me. And that's the reason why I believe in ghosts. That's the reason why I believe in the paranormal. So let's begin with the backstory. I was small and I grew up. I was born in Goa, but I grew up in a small town called as Naigaon, which is in the outskirts of Mumbai. A Catholic boy going Sunday mass. I was involved in the church activities. I was an altar boy. I was also going for Sunday school, in the sense Sunday school is something where they teach you about the Bible, they teach you good things, they teach you about what the religion is about. So I was involved in everything. Now the church where I used to go, because now I'm not in India anymore, I'm in another country working here, settled here. But the church when I was small, where I was actively, I was an active member, the church is designed or built in such a way that on the left hand side there is a graveyard and front side there is the church and there is a big boundary. So the premises of church is very big. It's an old church, you can say almost 50, 60, 70 years old church. So one Sunday, when the Sunday school got over, when the Sunday service also got over, after that we had a meeting. After Sunday service, sometime you have meetings for altar service, so for XYZ, some reason. So we had a meeting, and that meeting got over around 12:31. Normally in the church premises, people are there, people are going to the office, or people are come for service, or people are going to the graveyard. So many things are there where people are active, or people are there in the church. So that afternoon, it was something strange, because when we came out around 12:31, no one was there in the church premises. Okay. So now I told you how the church is, and I described how the church is. The church is in the center, and on the left hand side is the graveyard. So now I'll tell you the actual incident what happened. Okay, so the incident what happened was that when we came out of the meeting, me and my friends, okay, we decided, we were only three of them, so it was two of my friends and myself. So we decided that let's go to the graveyard, because we wanted to have that experience, we wanted to get the chills. So we decided let's go to the graveyard, and the graveyard is constructed in such a way that there is right and left hand side is the grave, and there is a center aisle where you can walk and go till the end. Now towards the end of the graveyard there is a big cross. So what we decided, it was like a challenge for us, that we all three of us will go walking, we'll touch the cross, we'll come back, and then we'll go home. It was just a fun thing, when we were kids we used to do all this nonsense. So now we decided to go inside. So now two of my friends were walking front and I was walking behind. Now keep one thing in mind, that the church is close to the sea. Okay, because the other side of the church, I mean the back side of the church, it's close to the sea, and there is the boats and fishermen, everything is there. So that afternoon when we were going towards the graveyard, and when we were in between of the graveyard, I noticed that on the right hand side there was a fresh grave in the sense, the mud was wet, there were flowers, there were candles still lit. So I knew that that this grave is fresh, in the sense maybe in the morning or last night or last evening someone passed away and they put their body in this grave. While I was walking, keep one thing in mind, it was blowing next level, in the sense when you go to the beach, yes, it's windy, but that afternoon it felt very weird and creepy, because it was afternoon time, no one was there around, and it was blowing next level. So while I was walking, the cross, not, how do I say, the cross where the name is mentioned, the person name, when he's born and when he died, that details, that cross was there on the grave, which fell down, and that I noticed from the side of my eyes. So I looked on the right, I seen that, and whatever happened after this, it just happened. It was not my conscious. I really don't know what it was. I just went towards the grave, I took the cross and I pushed it down inside the grave. I felt it was a good deed, because okay, it was a fresh grave, it fell down, I thought I will do that. So I did that, came outside towards the aisle area, and I went towards the end, touched the big cross, came back. While I was coming back, again I seen the cross, fallen down. So this time I went little bit in anger, little bit in force. I took that and I pushed it extremely down. I came out. The minute I was walking towards the exit, I could feel something coming with me. I could feel something, strong presence, very dark, very negative thing attached to me. I came out. I told my friends I'm going. I took an auto rickshaw. I went home. The minute I reached home, I felt sick, in the sense just in the morning I was absolutely fine. No cold, no fever, no body ache, nothing. But the minute I reached home, I was on the bed, unconscious, burning of fever, and I didn't know anything. So it was almost 2 to 3 days I was sick. And all the Indian families, especially my house, when you fall sick, the first day, they don't take you to the doctor. They will give you crocin, they'll, try the home remedies. And then after the second day or third day, then if the fever is not going down, then they'll take you to the hospital. So now they took me to the doctor after the third or fourth day. Even the doctor's medication did not work. Now it was almost 5-6, you can say a week I was not well. Now keep one thing in mind, that now my condition was so bad that I only used to get up, eat something and then go to sleep. Throughout the day, throughout the night, I was just sleeping. So now I don't know exactly what is placed where in the house. Like where is the TV remote, where is the glass, where is the phone, where is the XYZ, whatever. So one evening, okay, I got up from my bed, okay, where I was sleeping in the bedroom. I got up, I came out, and on my TV table there was the Bible. Normally, the Holy Bible is kept on the altar. But that evening, I really don't know why, how, and for what, but the Holy Bible was there on the table. You know, when someone burns, like for example, if you burn your hand and then your burned hand, you put it in the ice, you know, that relief you get, the same thing, you know, I don't know what happened. I went towards the TV table, I kept my hand on the Holy Bible, and automatically my fever, all my sickness started going down in fraction of seconds. And then I started saying my prayers. See, now this story is not about, you know, I'm not giving you, like you can say, a sermon or something. This is my personal experience about God and the ghost at the same time. So when I touched the Bible, automatically things started getting back to normal. I got my energy, because for that 5 to 6 days I was weak. I got my energy back. And before that, you know, like for example, see, when you're born, okay, no one will check with you what religion you want to follow. If you're born in a Catholic family, you have to follow that religion. If you're born in a Muslim family, you have to follow. But that day, I understood the meaning of prayers, you know, because before that, when I used to just say prayers, I used to just say for the sake of saying. But that evening, when I touched the Bible, and when I started saying the prayers, automatically I could feel the power of God. Okay, so that was the day I witnessed God and the devil at the same time. Because I feel that whatever happened in the graveyard, maybe I must have disturbed something. Maybe I had to not do that, what I did in the graveyard. And maybe there was a dark energy which came towards me and it attached to me. But by the grace of God, you know, He helped me. I don't know what happened, but I became fine the very next hour. I was eating, jumping, dancing, everything, and next day I was in school. So this was an experience where I felt the presence of God and demon, ghost, spirit, whatever at the same time. So if we go with the theme, or if we go with the topic, which is, do ghosts exist, yes or no? For me, yes, because I have experienced, I have witnessed this. So yes, some of them will not believe that, okay, a ghost does not exist, because they have their own reasons. Because in couple of my live streams, I think so 3 or 4 live streams before, there was a guy whose name was Bhavesh. He came and he was talking in a different point of view. I totally respect, you know, whoever believes that ghost does not exist, I totally respect their point of view. Maybe they might be having their own reasons, own logical reasons, but you should check with the person who has gone through that. Now, this is not something like, you know, like for example, I was consuming a lot of horror content. I was only talking about ghost. I was only watching horror movie. Then I felt something supernatural. No, this was when I was young. You can say 7-8 years old, and that time I could not access, you know, to a lot of horror movies or horror content in general. So this was not my mind which was playing. This was something which I felt and experienced. So there is, you know, a lot of different things. And according to me, yes, ghost does exist. So you guys tell me. Firstly, tell me how was the story. Second, tell me what do you feel? Do you feel ghosts exist or no? I would like to know your point of view. And this live stream is not only about sharing your experience, your ghost stories. It's also about coming and talking and putting your point of view about ghosts, demons, about anything related to the paranormal, about blind faith, superstition, anything. So if you would like to join the stream, the link is there in the description as well as the link in the chat. So go click the link, join the stream, and we can have a fun conversation. It's not compulsory that, you know, you only have to share ghost stories. It's more about conversation. It's more about, you know, horror talk. So that's how it is going to be for most of my live stream. Divyani saying hi. Divyani, I remember this. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Guys, whoever is there on Instagram, I'm basically live on YouTube. So do join me because we are having a fun conversation related to horror, demon, ghost, possessions. So join me on my YouTube channel. The link is there in my bio. Okay. Coming back to the YouTube people. Today it's quite strange, everyone is silent and no one is commenting, nothing. Are the people who are watching, are they ghost? I'm really worried because normally people do comment. They put something in the chat, so otherwise I'll feel that I'm talking to myself. I'll feel that I'm talking to a ghost because ghosts are the one who does not respond. Sorry. Bad joke, bad joke, bad joke. Oh, Divyani is there. Ghosts do exist. That angels create an obstacle on our way. I have experience. Oh ho ho ho. Divyani is a favorite person of mine. She always likes to, listen and talk about this. Divyani, there was your friend Ali, I believe. He was supposed to come. Can you check with him if he is available today where he can join the stream and share his stories because it's pending. He tried to join the last live stream but he could not. Where my brother faced something similar to your experience. Divyani, is it possible to join the stream and let me know? Because it's much better than you coming yourself and sharing your experience rather than putting in the chat. It's okay, but it's much better. Ali could not make it today. No problem. No problem. Ali could not make it today. No problem. Now let's go. Meanwhile, people don't join in. Let's go to the next thing. Okay. I would like to tell you what are demons. Give me 1 minute. Give me a minute. Yes. Oh. Okay, Divyani has joined in. So I'll get Divyani. We will have a conversation and then stay tuned because after that I'm going to tell you about what are demons.
Hey, hi.
Hi. Namaskar.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Today is
I
very dry. No one is come yet.
I
Khali
think they'll
khali.
join slowly.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Right.
So you
So,
had a story, I believe, related to your
yes.
brother.
Yes, actually there are two stories. One my grandmother told me when my brother was like maybe
Hmm.
6 5 6 years old.
Hmm.
And of course one more story of my brother. It's a recent story and I shared with you when you had come to Pune last year.
Yes, but
So
before you go with your story, before you start narrating your story, I would like to know what is your point of view in terms of ghosts. Do they exist? Yes or no? I would like to know your point of view.
okay, so as per my point of view, I have a very simple logic to this. I feel if God exists, then demons do exist.
Yes, correct.
So, yeah, it's an equal and opposite reaction. Because, yeah, I am a kind of person who has never seen it.
Hmm.
Maybe would have felt it, but yes, definitely not seen. And I know people who have
Hmm.
seen it, who have felt it too, who have had conversations with them,
Hmm.
and have given gross, experience, saying that they
Hmm.
keep seeing the person grow big.
My God.
So, yeah, I have had such, I have heard such people, like the
Hmm.
people who I know, and in fact, See, I don't know how far it is to what I'm going to tell you right now,
Hmm.
but there is this place in Marathwada. Okay, so Marathwada comes in Maharashtra. Okay, I may not tell the name of that taluka or the town, but there they say that they turn the human into a bird, like you can see, or they turn the human's body into a small pocket size human. I don't know how far is that true, but there's a lot of debate on it. And yeah, there are people who do this. So, and the same I have heard from the other side of the country where, Bengal, there's something similar like this happens there also. So, yeah, it is there. Evil is there. Hello. Like something happened. Am I stuck? Hey, hello. Desmond left. I am hosting his podcast. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Mic testing. Hello. 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 Mic testing. Guys, can you hear me? Oh God. I was a ghost because it was something very scary. Can you confirm if you guys can hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, mic testing. Can you comment and let me know if you guys can hear me? There is an issue. Oh God. Hello, mic testing. Yes. Hello, mic testing. Yes. Desmond is ghost. Lolo actually. Yes, you are audible now. It's good. Oh my God. Thank God. Sorry, Divyani, you can join again. I really don't know what happened. That I myself got disconnected and I don't know. You know, the app exited me or it just threw me out. I'm the host. It's my channel, and you know, it just threw me out. Getting Divyani in 5, 4, 3, and 2.
Hi.
Sorry. I don't know. It's just that There is a ghost in this app which I'm using. It just got
Happens.
disconnected. And the funniest part is I have kept another device on, to check. I can hear your voice, and then
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, continue what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah. So till where could you hear, like, when I was talking? Everything, right?
Yeah, I could hear. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So yeah, as from my point of view, I know that the devil does exist, because not just personal point of view or something, or because I've heard it from others, but like, as as a Christian, we know like how the Lucifer was and how everything happened. So I definitely believe that there are
Hmm.
demons, there is ghost, there is evil spirit.
Correct. Yes, I actually only wanted to know your point of view because couple of streams before there was a person named Bhavesh who had come, and
I remember.
yeah, he had his own point of view. So anyone who's there on the chat, and if they have a different kind of point of view, where in the sense they don't believe why ghost is there or why ghosts exist, if they can come on the live stream and they can share their point of view, it will be lovely because
Yeah,
it's
we will
been
get to know.
yeah, it's been my favorite topic. I always, whenever I sit with my friends, this is the main topic which we discuss, that do ghosts exist or no, and everyone has their own point of view, and it's just a fun conversation where this topic can never end. So yeah,
Right.
you
Correct.
can continue with your story. Now you have
Okay.
two stories, so you can start
I
with your
will, I
story.
will. Actually, if you ask me how many stories I have like 1 dozen stories, but that I keep for every live,
Yes,
so that I
yes.
can tell. Yeah,
That is good.
right. So yeah, the story which recently took place was, um my brother, he got an Enfield, Royal Enfield, gifted by my father. Okay, so like, of course, the Gadi has some or the other connection to the story, what took, like, the experience what took place.
Hmm.
So one fine day, like, it was around evening. Okay, it was just about to sunset. uh, so my brother was at home for some time, and then he went back again outside because he had to make a visit to one of his patients. Okay, so as usual, before he leaves, he just whispers a small prayer and he leaves. Okay, so he left, and that time we were staying towards the city, the main city. So I mean, so from there he was supposed to move towards the higher side of Pune, like towards the hill. So he was moving towards Lula Nagar. So if anybody, like, from Pune, if anybody is here, they will relate to that road. The From when you come out of Salisbury Park, and when you come towards the cantonment, which on the left, straightway goes to MG, and on the right straight it goes to Lula Nagar. Okay, so you will see one cantonment area is there on the right side, just after the signal. Okay, so he was, like, he just came that side, and there were not a lot of people. Usually that road is quite rushy. Okay, and it was just about to, like, the sun to set. So he was there, and he was quite slow because the bike was new and he didn't want, any, like, for him to fall or something. So he got stopped by a fellow on Hath Gadi. Okay, like how these fruit sellers have those Hath Gadis.
Hmm.
So he got stopped by that fellow. So then, and he saw that that fellow with the Hath Gadi had, if you know this fruit which we get from lotus, arrowroot, he
Hmm.
had that filled on his Hath Gadi. And that was not the season when you get those arrowroots. Okay, but nevertheless, my brother stopped, and then, forget everything. My brother saw his face and then his entire, like, structure, how he was. So when, like, how he describes it to us is, he had the attire of a Muslim person. Okay,
Hmm.
he was wearing, like, speck clean white kurta and pajama and a white cap. Okay,
Hmm.
and his face was shining, like it was very shiny. Okay. And when he looked at my brother with that smile, like my brother sort of, he lost his like he was not able to reason out. But then something clicked into him that maybe this is not something real or what, something like that. So he just answered the person, because the person asked a very silly question, asking where is MG Road. And be it any Hathgadi person, forget any small child will also know where is MG Road from that road, because it's just the straight way and you reach MG. Okay, so my brother just said, just go ahead and keep going ahead, MG Road will come. And my brother was in the hurry to leave, so he did the self start of his bike, and it wouldn't be even 2 seconds. He just went little ahead, Gadi stopped, he fell, he just turned and there was nobody.
Oh,
And
shit.
then, like how you said, you went home after the experience you had of putting the cross in the, like on digging it in, like putting it there,
Yeah, in the
nailing the
graveyard.
cross.
Yeah, yeah.
So same, he he didn't see the patient, nothing. He went back home, and then he was like, he was very disoriented and he got fever and all. And till date, he doesn't ride that Royal Enfield, and till date, he doesn't eat that arrowroot fruit. He's just scared of what happened to him.
So what happened was that he seen that guy, and then when he went little bit ahead, and when he
Like it
turned
was
back,
not even a minute. It was not even 30 seconds. He just self started the bike, and he
huh?
a bit he went ahead, maybe 2 seconds, and the Gadi stopped and he fell down, and he just
Oh,
turned and there was nobody.
shit.
So he was like, I don't know what I've seen and all. So there's one person in our church, like they're very religious people. So I had consulted that auntie. Like I said, something like this happened, and like because they usually know what kind of demons attack you, what is the time, in what time frame do they attack you, and all of that. So yeah, so then she told me that possibly that was a death angel who came in the way of your brother as an obstacle. Then I said, Auntie, he always prays and leaves. He's like, yes, they attack such people
What is a
who are
death
into.
angel? Do you have more
I
information
don't
about that?
have much, explanation to this, because this is what, I don't know, this is what they say.
Like a
Death angel, when,
Like a Yamraj in
yes,
simple term.
yes, if you can connect it to that way. It is
Okay.
that way.
So he came to take your brother's life, or he came to save your brother's life? That is the
I
question.
don't know. That is a question,
Yeah,
because if a
that is the
person is
question.
dressed in white and he's shining and all
Hmm.
of that, so there's a possibility that that could be an angel too.
Maybe he
But
must have
then,
saved your brother. There was a accident supposed to be there, and maybe he saved. You never know.
maybe, yeah, there are always, yeah, correct. It could be in that way too, possibly. But when he always thinks about it, he gets like goosebumps, because it was his very first experience to see someone like that. But then, still he says that memory in his mind is so fresh. He still remembers how that person looked and how
Looked and
shiny his face was. And he's like, usually these people on Hathgadi, their clothes are not so clean because they're working the whole day, you know.
correct.
But he said his
Yeah.
clothes was crisp, clean, iron clothes.
Oh
So that
my
way.
god, scary
That is
man. That was.
something, yes, it
But
is.
always there is this thing which is unanswered. Like you never know what was that until and
Correct.
unless
It's a
you.
mystery, actually.
Yeah, it's a mystery which can never be solved until you're here. Once you go to your next life, or when you go on top, then is what you will get your answers.
Correct.
Let me read the chat. Tatya Bichu is saying, my belief, we manifest what we invest our energies in. It all comes to that choice. See, that's another good point, which we can discuss. Like, it's all about the energies, negative energy, positive energy. That's also a good way of putting that.
Yes.
Tatya Bichu is saying, even the devil is an angel. Yes, a fallen
Yes,
angel.
yes, correct.
That's true. That is true, my friend. Okay, let's go to the next story. I think so. You have another one, right?
Yeah. So this is a short story basically. So
Hmm.
when I used to talk to my grandmother, no,
Hmm.
when I was like before marriage and all. So even my mom told this to me, the same thing. So my brother, when he was around like 5, 6 years old,
Hmm.
he every night, like I won't start with every night. They
Hmm.
moved to another house, okay, when he was small, like a rented place.
Hmm.
Uh, and everything was fine when they were in the older house. There was nothing, any sort of weird stuff happening. But when they moved to this particular house, I know that house, like, because we have been to that area. Now I
Hmm.
think it's broken and they've made a big building there. So every night, like after they moved to the new house, every night around 3 o'clock, my brother used to get up and he used to start running in the house. Like he used to shout and shiver and run around in the house.
Hmm.
So then what used to happen was my grandmother, she used to like hold him tight into her arms and she used to pray. Okay, she used to pray to God. So then he used to calm down. So this kept happening like for about a week or more. So then my grandmother was very worried because that time what used to happen was my mother was in Mumbai. She was having her posting, like she was posted as a nurse in Kama hospital. Okay.
Hmm.
So he used to mostly stay with my father and my all the three aunts and my grandmother. So this used to happen very often, and then my grandmother got so worried.
Hmm.
So what they did was they went to a priest and they prayed for him, and then they put a cross in his neck. So they had made a chain for him, and they prayed on the chain, and they put that chain in his neck, and absolutely after that this stopped happening.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Oh.
my grandmother says there was something which has happened in that house which nobody knows. Maybe the
Hmm.
owners whose the house is or was, they would be knowing, but obviously they would not tell or they would not accept it because they lose their people who give them money to stay in the house.
So something was there in that house, you mean?
Yes, which used to disturb my brother every night, and
Hmm.
he used to run in a lot of energy. Like that's what how my grandmother used to explain me. He used to
Hmm.
run with a lot of energy that it was very difficult for him to be stopped or something like that. And there were times that he had got hurt because of running that way. And he was too small.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I don't know. This thing, whatever I'm going to tell you, I was never ever going to share that, at least on the social media. But I thought I will share it with you right now because the story what you told us is
Mm-hmm.
kind of similar to my uh, experience. Or I don't know if you can say this is like a ghost experience or what. But I'll just tell you.
Oh,
Then it depends
sure.
on you and the people who are listening. So between me and my sister there is 7 years difference. Okay, so you can
Mm-hmm.
say I was like an unplanned child. Okay,
Okay.
and my parents were not, like, they were happy with one kid.
Okay.
So I was born after 7 years, and till I was not, you can say, 9 or 10 years old, catch 15
Mm-hmm.
years old. Okay, 15 years old, every month I used to fall sick. My immunity system was like shit, in simple words. Like, anything I used to eat, anything I used to do, little bit I used to get wet in the rain, xyz, I used to fall sick. So
Okay.
my mom kept taking me to different doctors, hospitals, everywhere. We did all different tests. Like, no, nothing was happening. Doctors were giving medications, but it was just no results. Then one day, one of my neighbors, like, you might be knowing her as well, that Nikita's mom
Oh yes.
suggested that you go to a priest, which is somewhere in Churchgate. Now, this is like, yes, we are religious, but we try to think more in a logical reason. Like, if the person is having fever, instead of going to to a religious place, you go and take that person to a doctor. But now, being like 10 years, 15 years, that, there is no proper results. So, my mother said, let's give a try. So, we went to one priest. Now, that priest told us something. Us means he told my mom, and that after that I got to know this very late in my life, when I was in my early 20s. That time I got to know. So basically, someone, now I don't know if this someone is in the family or around us, they did not want me, like, they did not like me, or I don't know what. And
Oh
they
my god.
no, it's not related to black magic. It's not related to black magic, but
Okay.
they did something where I used to always fall sick. So what the priest told, that he told my mother, listen, you're wearing one Mangal Sutra, okay, and she used to wear the Mangal Sutra. Do not wear this. Just keep it aside. So my mom asked, like, why? What is the reason? So then he told the reason, which I will tell you on when we are talking, personally. But
Right.
the priest told that there is some reason, there is something which is done, and you should stop wearing this Mangal Sutra. And from that day to date, my mom has not worn Mangal Sutra. And yes, I do fall sick, and that's a normal, nature of every person falling sick. But I don't fall sick like how I used to fall sick before.
That often.
So yeah, so there was something which was there, where maybe someone didn't like me, or maybe tried to destroy me, or xyz. uh, I really don't know what's the logical reason, but yes, this is something which happened to us. But I don't think so. I don't think so. It's like black magic or something. It's maybe like, you can say, an evil eye, maybe towards
Right.
that. Maybe someone did not like me from the family. Maybe someone had that. He put some negative vibes or energy, whatever. I don't know how to mention this, but yeah.
Okay.
And then kept saying prayers, and of like, we used to go to church and this that, and also it was fine. But after that, my mom did not wear her Mangal Sutra, and after that I have not fallen sick that much.
Oh, good that you are not falling sick. I know this is
Yes.
very much relatable to the story what my brother, like the experience I shared of my brother. There is something, which troubles us, and we either fall sick or we get disturbed.
Hmm.
Right. So yes, that was my story.
Yes, now Alex will be joining in, so stay tuned. Be there in the
Cool.
chat, because I have two more stories to say. And
Sure.
very soon, me and Divyani are going to meet in India, and going to spend New Year's, I believe. And we are going to a place. We are not going to tell you the place, but I found out some haunted places in that, where we are
Wow.
going. So we are going to go there, and you're going to see me and Divyani and many more cousins in that vlog. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, yes, sure. So, Desmond, I will leave the chat. Maybe during the end, I'll come and I'll share one story. It's about
Yes,
a
please.
celebrity who used to visit in front of my house in Nagpur. So,
Yes,
I'll tell and how.
also this, and
Mhm.
there's another. I think so. You have already told us on the live stream, but there is one friend of yours who worked in one airline company, and he used to share or see some demon, ghost, or something. That you come
Right.
at the end of the live stream and share that.
Sure, sure. I will do it.
Okay,
Okay. Bye for
done,
now.
done.
But I'm there in
Bye.
the live.
Yes, yes, yes,
I will
yes,
be
yes,
listening to your story. Okay.
yes, yes. Thank you, Divyani.
Bye.
Oh, that was something fun. That was quite interesting. Two stories from Divyani and more conversation. It's not only about sharing stories, it's always about having a conversation, Alex is saying, "Hi Desmond, I have a story to share. Please do join in, Alex. The link is there in the description." Karan, oh, Karan is always a silent listener. Welcome, Karan. Scary when it comes from within the family, bro. I'm telling you, each and every Indian family have some story like kiska chacha, mama, bhanji. Some story is there only. So yeah. Meanwhile, Alex does not join in. I will, or else anyone would also like to join in. Please do join in. Okay, anyone. I would just tell you what are demons basically. I had put it here. Okay, Alex has joined in. So once we finish the conversation, once I finish the conversation with Alex, then I will give you the definition of what are demons, what are ghosts. I have two stories about demonic possession, about ghosts. A lot of exciting things are there. So stay tuned. So Alex, I'm getting you in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hey Alex, how are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, sorry, I'm not feeling that good, but yeah, I'll be a little low on energy, so please
No
excuse me.
problem. No problem. You have a
I have a
story to
story.
share?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, but before you begin with your story, I had started the live stream with the main question: do ghosts exist? Yes or no? I had shared my experience at the beginning of the live stream where I had witnessed the devil and God at the same time. So I just wanted to know what is your point of view before you start your story. Do they exist? Yes or no?
Yes, very much.
Okay, that's good. Now you can start with your story.
Yeah, sure. So, you remember I told you about my friend's dad? He was a truck driver and he
Yes.
used to go to many places.
Hmm.
So, this story is from that same uncle.
Hmm.
So, this happened again back in early 2000, I guess 2003 or 2004. He went to meet his brother in Punjab. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was living there, it was in the month of Jan, and it's very cold in the month of Jan in Punjab. It's so cold that you can't survive without a jacket, or at least if you're outside, you need a bonfire, and at least the temperature drops down to 2 degrees Celsius, sometimes 3 degrees Celsius. It's that cold.
Hmm.
So I think at around 11, he went to some dhaba to eat, and that dhaba was hardly 5 minutes walk from his brother's house. So while coming home, you know, he saw a small kid around 6, 7 years old, okay, sitting under a tree next to a bonfire, all alone, all by himself.
Hmm.
So this was quite strange because it was almost past 11, and that child was sitting alone and nobody around him. And he was sitting next to a bonfire. So my friend's dad, he went closer to that child and he asked in Punjabi, "What are you doing here so late? Don't you know it is not safe to be outside?" So the child did not say anything. The child just looked, you know, cluelessly
Hmm.
and without any expressions, and he just said one thing: "Do you mind sitting next to me for 5 minutes?"
Oh.
So again, my friend's dad, he asked, "Where are your parents? Aren't you? I mean, don't they know that you should not be out so late at night?" So again, the child says the same thing without any expression. "Do you want to sit next to me and enjoy the bonfire?" So he finds something spooky. The main thing is that, he knows, that uncle knows children from the nearby village, but his accent, even though he was speaking in Punjabi, that Punjabi was not from the nearby village. And then he started to walk back. Okay, started to walk back. At that time, this child calls out the name of that uncle, Harpreet Singh. Okay, I mean this. He doesn't know this child. Okay. Never met him before. When he's walking back, the child calls his name. Harpreet Singh, डर गए क्या? आके बैठो मेरे बाजू में. And then he just, he doesn't see back. Just walks, and he reaches home. And he narrates the same story to his brother. And he came across a child who was sitting, you know, under a tree, and he was enjoying the bonfire, and suddenly he called his name. So his brother was like, no, impossible. I mean, usually in villages, children don't go out after 10, and it was almost 11:30. He said, let's go to that place. So both of them went. They went to the same place under the tree, but there was no bonfire. There was no sign of, fire being lit in that place. Nothing. It was completely dark, pitch dark. But my friend's dad said he was talking to a child, and the child took his name. I mean, there is no way on this planet that child could have known
His name.
Because he never addressed or never introduced himself. That was quite spooky, and they never saw the child again when he went there.
Shit, man. I think so. Your friend's dad, because he's traveling, he must have experienced so many supernatural things or so many incidents. But he's a brave person, I believe.
I think he has some sense wherein he knows that the thing or entity he's talking to is not human. So that's why his gut feeling kicked in. And again, I told you his story about Murdon ki Barat, right?
Correct. Yeah, in the last stream. Yeah.
He knows that no human child would sit under a tree at 11 o'clock at night. And that too, it was extremely cold.
Yeah. And then when they went back, they could not find anything there.
Nothing, no sign of fire, nothing. Usually when you burn something,
some ash or something will be there.
Yeah. At least some burnt log or, something.
Chalo, even that is not there. That is understandable. Maybe they must have cleared it or XYZ. But the boy getting to know the person's name is
and he
the
was
scariest part.
When he was walking back, he said, Harpreet Singh, डर गए क्या? आके बैठो मेरे पास.
Shit. This I got goosebumps, dude, when you told that. Did you share this as well in Jose's stream?
No, this one is... I didn't share.
Okay. Because I keep following. Yeah.
Because, Jose clearly told me whenever I have a story, I can come and narrate this.
I think so. You were the one today on Discord who was saying that he was not going to do live stream XYZ.
Yeah.
You were the one, right? I was reading the chat. I was wondering why you're so upset.
No, I mean, see, usually earlier I was getting disappointed when Jose never used to turn up. But now it's okay.
Yeah, now you have options. So it's okay. No, it's like sometimes, you need to take a break because so many other things are there.
I have no issues with that, dude. See, no issues with that. But then either you be consistent or don't announce that, you will come every Saturday. My only concern is don't announce. Don't make people wait. Not coming.
Correct. Yeah.
That is a different thing. See, as a subscriber, if you tell me that you're not coming on Saturday, it's your personal life, right?
Yeah, correct. But if you tell and then you're not coming, then
you tell that you're going to come every Saturday, and then you make people wait. You don't even reply to them. It's very bad. I'm not saying you have to come. Take in with you. You come, you don't come. It's your personal choice.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, it's just that I've been upset multiple times, but yeah.
Don't worry. Next Saturday he'll be live, and you go and share the story again.
Yeah. I'll wait for some more days. I'll not tell so soon. Because I want other people to also get a chance.
I'm only not getting chance now. Today also, before starting my live stream, just 10 minutes before he ending the stream, I thought, I'll just join in and I'll share one story, and then I will tell that, I'm starting my live stream. But I don't know, my luck is really bad. Whenever I try to join in, I never
Don't
get.
take me wrong for that Discord comment. There are people who abuse actually.
Ah,
I don't know if you've
that's
heard
okay.
about them.
About who? I can't hear you, Alex. Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. What you were saying?
Yeah, I said there are people who will post nasty comments,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
really abusive comments. At least
That's
I'm not
okay.
that.
No. That's a normal thing. That's a normal thing. But I really appreciate you, because from the time you have found my channel, it's always that at least you come say hi, even if you're low on energy, but at least you say hi. And for content creators who are small, and the community is small, so thank you, man. Thank you so much for always joining in and sharing your scariest stories, because whichever story you have shared, it is all are scary, and the Alibag one is like outclass. Maybe after, you can say, after 10 or 15 live streams, again you come and you share that again. For people who have newly discovered my channel, they can also hear that story again.
There is another story about Shimla haunting, but if you have other people
If
waiting,
you
then I can.
no one as such, if you are feeling comfortable health wise, if you would like to share, then I don't mind. Up to you.
Yeah, I can share again. Yeah, this is with regards to my sister. Okay, so
Hmm.
cousin sister. So she got married in May. In June, they went to Shimla this year. Shimla, I
Hmm.
won't take the name of the hotel. So, and in that hotel, they have this, I'll give you the layout of the room. So they have the door, okay, and there's a very
Hmm.
narrow passage, okay, and on the right hand side there is washroom, uh, restroom, and bathroom. And when you pass that corridor, they have this sensor light. As soon as you pass, the light will switch on its own. When you're not there, it will turn off on its
Sensor
own.
lights, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So sensor lights, correct. And then there is bedroom. So you know how hotels are. So first night she went. Okay, they reached to Shimla and she was tired, so she wanted to go to bed. So they went to sleep. Okay. Now, as soon as they fell asleep, my cousin and her husband, automatically the sensor light turned on. Okay, sensor light
Hmm.
turned on, then it turned off. Then again, seconds later, the sensor light turned on and then it turned off. So this disturbed my cousin's sleep. And then the room was pitch dark. But she could see that there is something darker in the room, standing in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
very dark. It was kind of a silhouette standing at the foot of the bed. Okay, and it was extremely dark. So she was extremely scared. Initially, she thought that it's just a figment of her imagination. Since she just got up from her sleep, she's seeing things. So she covered her. She pulled that blanket over her head and she was sleeping. And next thing she notices is that there is a depression, right next to the mattress, on the mattress where she is sleeping. So when somebody sitting, when somebody sits right next to you, you can feel that there is someone sitting right next to you. So she can feel that somebody is sitting right next to her while she is asleep,
Hmm.
and she can also hear the breathing sound. Someone is breathing as well. All of a sudden, she got a little spooked. She woke her husband. She woke her husband, and then all of a sudden the activity stopped. Everything stopped. Then after some time, they again fell asleep because they were too tired. I think 2 3 years later, again they started feeling that their bed was shaking. It was shaking, and initially my sister thought that my cousin thought that again due to sleep or she is hallucinating. But she could sense that the bed is moving, and she tried to even put her finger near the bed. So sorry, not near the bed, near the wall. So
Hmm.
the bed was moving, and she could feel that it's not her imagination. The bed is actually moving because her finger was touching the wall while the bed was moving. So she just lost it. She woke her husband, and when the husband got up, he could see that that entity was sitting right at the foot of the bed, and it was shaking the bed. You know, not
Oh.
very violently, but you could feel.
Hmm.
So he took
Hmm.
one Bisleri bottle. In hotels, you get small Bisleri bottles, and he threw it towards the entity. And then they went out, they went down, and they started asking questions to the security that they could feel some paranormal things happening in the room.
Hmm.
So everybody was confused. They said, no, no, never, it never happened in our hotel. So there was one guy who has been working there for years. He said, yeah, 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 yeah. Probably it's the time. He said in
Hmm.
Hindi ki shayad time ho gaya hai. So my
Oh shit.
sister didn't understand. She's like, time for what? What are you saying? Time ho gaya. So he didn't want to say anything at first, but then when she, uh, you know, insisted, he said, there is an entity who protects this hotel,
Hmm.
and every 6 months or once in a year they have to offer him something, either offer him meat or chicken. And if in case you forget, the entity will remind you in this way, right? It will not harm you, but it will make sure that its presence is felt. So it
Hmm.
will come and it will probably scare the guest, or some way or the other it will try to show its presence. And then once you do that ritual and all, you offer, and whenever you offer, you don't have to look back. Automatically that meat or chicken, whatever you offer, vanishes from the bowl. Something takes it
Shit.
away, and
Shit.
it has been happening since years. So they say that it's that entity is a protector of that hotel.
May.
And there have been instances of some rivalry between the owner of the hotel and some local goon there
Hmm.
in Shimla.
Hmm.
He tried to send guys to take revenge on the hotel owner. But as soon
Hmm.
as they reached to the hotel, they
Hmm.
saw a 7 feet tall man standing with a branch in his hand. So they got
Oh
so
my
spooked that they
god.
didn't get, they didn't dare to challenge him. So that was the
Hmm.
same entity. So whenever you try to attack the hotel, or try to cause any harm to the hotel owner, you have to come face to face with that entity. So that
Shit.
entity won't harm you, but yeah, if you try to harm the hotel or the hotel owner in any way,
Hmm.
it will stop you from doing so. So yeah, that was the
Maybe
story.
scary, but yeah, maybe it's like just protecting. And if you
Yeah, it's
forget
a
to.
protector. They
Hmm.
in Hindi they're called as Rakhandar, which means the
Okay.
spirit protects that place or that property,
Hmm.
whatever.
Hmm. Quite scary. This is somewhere in Shimla, right?
Shimla, yeah, Shimla.
Hmm.
It won't harm humans. It doesn't harm anyone. Doesn't bother anyone. It's
Hmm.
just that there are certain times where you have to feed that
Hmm.
entity. That's it.
Hmm. Oh, scary. Quite scary, man.
Yeah, but more than this, I found that child story scary, wherein that child is calling the name of my friend's dad
Yeah,
without
that
even.
is scariest story, at least for tonight's live stream, because everything else can be explained, but a stranger taking your name will, if they take my
And
name or anyone's name, they'll get shit
never
scared.
seen that child before. He had
Yeah,
never
that.
seen that child before. And he also said the accent in which that child spoke, the
Hmm.
Punjabi accent, was very different. Not from, because see, the way we speak Hindi, it differs from one region to the other. So
Correct.
Punjabi
Yeah.
also differs from one region to the other. So he could
Oh,
gauge that this is not a normal child, or whatever it is,
hmm.
it's not human.
Shit. Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. This one was, you can say, just like a piece of information. Yes, there is a hotel, and this thing is happening there,
Yeah.
and eventually it's not going to harm you, so you don't need to get scared as well. But the first one, what you told me, oof, I can, I told you in the last live stream as well, and I'll tell you today as well. I'm telling you, write down all these stories. I know a publishing house. Okay, I will connect you to them. Pen down this and make it a book. Trust me, you will. I will do the promotions and all, and trust me, people will buy the book because your stories and the way you narrate and the way it is scripted, or the way how you say it also, no, it's brilliant. So trust me, write it down, and then it will be beautiful. Anyways, I think so you must have at least have 10 stories. So even if you put 10 stories in one book, nothing like it.
I think in your stream only I've narrated close to
Eh,
four, five, five stories.
4 5, yeah. So by end of the year, at least 10 stories, so you're going to this, okay, narrate.
At least
So
the truck driver, he told me at least 10 different stories. I mean,
uh, you can
some are
make a
scary and
theme,
some are.
you can make a theme, like a truck driver, like something horror story, like how they say taxi tales or something. So something like that, where like something you can just come up with something, because I used to also do book launches for the horror authors on another channel. There's a publishing house called has the Book Bakers. They are based in Delhi, and I know the owner. His name is Sohail Mathur. So I used to do book launches. I am in touch with the horror authors. Then I have interviewed them as well, and I have put that on my channel. So trust me, it's my suggestion, and people who are listening, you can also suggest Alex that he should write down the stories, and I'll connect you to these people, and you can publish a book. Just
Yeah,
give
I
me
mean,
give me credit like somewhere down. Thank you, Desmond Fernandes. Bus. After that, I will peacefully die.
sure, my work is very demanding. Otherwise, I would have. I'm quite interested in knowing about demons and learning about
Mm.
possession. And I told you
And
about Eleonora. Did you go through Eleonora
yes,
Zugin's
yes,
story?
yes, yes, yes. I it the Priyanka, she sent me on WhatsApp one video. It's a 1 hour video. I seen, you can say, like 20 30 minutes. I have to still finish that. Even I do like working this that and all. Tomorrow I have to go to work. Friday Saturday is holiday, but Friday Saturday, when the day starts, when I finish editing, when I finish recording, no time only. Before this also I was doing some editing, and then plus
I
you're
think if you
married.
want, you can take an entire podcast or entire stream only to narrate Eleonora Zugin's story.
Yes.
Because I would say
Yes.
that story is super creepy, and uh,
Hmm.
there is one narrator,
Hmm.
paranormal scholar. Okay, she
Yeah,
has
yeah, yeah,
narrated
yeah.
very well in 30
Fro-
minutes. There's a 30-minute story.
no, there is one some same YouTube channel. There is a 1 hour. I think so 3 or 4 days before she released an episode related to this one only. So it is a 1 hour or 30 minutes. I don't know exactly, but yeah, I was watching from the same YouTube channel, Paranormal Scholar, right?
And the way she narrates, I mean, not about the narration only, the story itself is so scary
Hmm.
that imagine, I mean, they say that she was being possessed by the devil, not even
Hmm.
demon, the devil
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
himself.
yeah, yeah. Correct. Yeah.
And the experiments, what they did during the exorcism, and the
Hmm.
outcome was, I mean, super scary. I don't want
Ah,
to spoil it,
yes.
but I would want you to narrate it. Start
I
to the end,
will.
how she got involved with the
But
devil.
what I was thinking is, instead of doing that on a live stream, firstly I'll research properly, because it's just one video. I need to read more about it.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
will make it an episode, like with proper images, background music, XYZ, with proper script. I'll just write properly, and then I'll make an episode. I was thinking about that. But yes, I will talk about her as well after the episode get released, because now I have, you can say, a 30% information about her. I just want to get the complete information. I want to see if there is any actual footages or any recording or anything let me try to see, and then with complete research then I will put it. Because half-heartedly, then half information does not, no one will enjoy that as well.
Correct.
So yes, thank you, Alex, for joining in, and get well soon. Low on energy, listen to more horror content, you will get more energy. That is what I do. So,
good night. I'll be going to bed now.
No problem. See you. Thank you so much. Oh, and that was Alex. He is, you can say, one of the members. I can call Divyani, I can call Alex, I can call Doctor on Wheels, Priyanka, and few more, Belissa. I can call them like members of my live stream. It's a small community. Inshallah, we'll keep growing day by day. But thank you everyone who keeps coming on my live stream, talking to me. See, it's all about having a conversation. I prefer to have conversations like this. Yes, you can share your ghost stories, but I love to have conversations. Also, when I was going through my YouTube, basically YouTube Studio, you can see the stats and all. So when people are consuming my live streams, what I normally do is I put time code, timestamp. So if someone is narrating a story, now Alex has narrated a story, so I'll put a timestamp. So when someone is watching after the live stream, they'll get to know. But keep one thing in mind, that yes, stories are interesting, but people are skipping the, this chit chat, whatever I do, I'm talking this, I'm reading chats. Watch that as well, because sometimes there are some stories which I mentioned there as well. Sometimes there are some interesting chats, some interesting facts. So watch the whole thing. And let's go ahead with the stream. Divyani saying, I have a question. What is that everybody are not able to see the ghost? Only a few are able to. Actually, this is the biggest question. And when I had a conversation with Jay Alani, the paranormal investigator, I'm not sure if he had a proper answer to my question, and I'm still in search of this question. But what I feel, see, this live stream it's all about my point of view, but I can be wrong, I can be correct, I don't know. That depends on you. But do not believe everything what's happening on my live stream. So, as per Divyani question, and as per my point of view, I feel that there are three kinds of people in the world. One, why I'm doing this? One is that they cannot experience, feel, see at all. Okay? And that is why they are, you can say, non-believers of ghosts and spirits and all. Second is people who can experience, they can feel the negative energy, the vibe. Like when you go to someone's house, you feel that negative energy. You feel that something is wrong in this place, or anywhere you go. I am that kind of person. I can experience, and it's not only related to paranormal. For example, when a death is there in the family, and then you go to that house, everyone in the room or everyone in the house is sad. So there is a very, you can say, low energy, not a positive energy. It's, you can say, can't call it negative, but you can say it's a very low and dark energy, because everyone is sad, everyone is grieving. Okay. So when you go there, okay, you also tend to feel that low, you tend to feel that something is wrong, and you will also start crying. So all depends on energies, vibes. So for example, now if you go to a club, or if you sit and talk to your friends, and you're meeting your friends after ages, that will be a very positive energy, because you all are meeting that excitement. So it's all inside, I think so. Tatya Bichu had said that my belief, we manifest what we invest our energy in. It is all comes to to that choice. So this is correct, this is 100% true, that first of all, it depends on us. First of all, you need to keep your mind positive. If your mind is positive, nothing can affect you. If your mind only starts thinking negative, if you overthink, then you will start going through the wrong way and bad things will happen. If you think something positive, good things will happen. And the third kind of person is a person who can see and experience. And related to this, I have a story, but I will narrate it towards the end. So 3 kinds of people: one who can see and experience, one who can only experience, and the third one is they cannot do anything, means they cannot feel, they cannot see anything, so they are just neutral. Divyani is saying there is some sort of connection in between the spirit and electricity too. If you remember, Desmond, I shared my experience of my Mumbai guest room. I really don't know if there is any connection between spirits and electricity. Is there a logical reason behind this? I am not sure, so I'm not going to comment on this. But yes, you did share that experience with the Mumbai guest house. But are you talking about like when there is any spirit or something, or when there is ghost around, the light goes? Are you talking about that? Or are you talking about something else? Do let me know, because if you're talking about like when there is ghost and light goes, it can be a coincidence, because lights going off and XYZ, that the movies, it's there in the movies. So we need to understand that what is there in the movies, not everything is true. That is just created for people to get scared, because in the dark you will get more scared. But remember, ghost is not always where it is dark. Ghost can be in the broad daylight, ghost can be somewhere in the dark as well, so it's not necessary. Bapre, sitting at the end of the bed. Okay, this is Divyani talking about Alex. Listening to the meat and chicken, what Alex said, I have a similar story regarding this. I'll share tonight. Yes, Divyani, yes, please. Okay. So now I have couple of things which I would like to share. Okay. First of all, what are demons? Okay. Before I continue with this, the link is open. You can join in. Okay, you can join and share your experience. You can talk to me, anything. It's always fun talking to everyone on the live stream. So before I waste a lot of time, I'm going to tell you what are demons. First of all, once again, I will tell you, this is my point of view. I can be wrong, I can be true, I really don't know. But this is my belief, my point of view. So basically, demons are fallen angels. Now I am going to talk to you and I'm going to share these things not through a religious perspective. This is general. It can be in any religion, and this is just a general information. It's not that I've opened like a holy book of Bible or XYZ and I'm telling you. It's just that my point of view. So demons are basically fallen angels, and these are the angels who were with God once upon a time. Okay, and it's a common fact that all the angels are more powerful than humans, because angels were created way centuries ago, before humans were created. Angels has more power as compared to normal human being. But out of these angels, there was one person, okay, and as per our knowledge, they, the people who have written these scriptures and written the books, they have named him Satan. Okay, so Satan was kind of the first person who decided that why should we do everything what God says, like why we should do only good things, why we should do only what God says. If God says this is right and this is right, this is wrong, then this is wrong. Like if you have to eat the apple, not eat the apple, why we should do what only God says? So then he manipulated and he spoke to few of the angels, and he decided that no, we will move away and we will, live on our own terms and condition. So that is why it's called as fallen angels, because God, you know, threw these angels from heaven and threw them in hell. So that is what it's called, fallen angels. Now this is my point of view. I'm still telling you, I can be wrong, and if you have any more information, please feel free to join the live stream and tell me what's the actual truth, or what's your point of view. Okay, so this was the thing. Now on Google, I just type what are demons. So the first thing what I got is the term demon is derived from a Greek word daimon, which means a supernatural being or spirit. First of all, this sounds similar to my name, so I'm getting scared. Secondly, yes, it's a Greek word, daimon, 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 which means a supernatural being or spirit. Okay, this is just a definition. Okay, now the thing is, I tried before the live stream, I tried to search a lot of different websites about what is the actual meaning of demons. Everyone had just explanation about the word. They didn't give a history about it, because whatever is there on the internet cannot be 100% true. First of all, we need to fact check. Secondly, whichever article I was reading, it was just going round and round and round, in the sense they were not giving a proper explanation. But as per my understanding, this is what is demon. Now there is a difference between a demon and a ghost. You need to understand this, because sometime when we are talking to friends and all, they'll say, "Arey, demon has attacked that person," or "the ghost has attacked this person, XYZ." No, there are two different meanings for demons and ghosts. Now I told you about demons. Demons are fallen angels, and then they decided, they'll go their own way and they'll do their own thing. They will not live as per God's conditions, terms and conditions. Now ghosts are the people who have lived, like you can say, they were humans, and then after they die, they become spirits or ghosts. Demons are unhuman, you can say, and ghosts are people who have gone through the earth phase. They have lived a normal life, and once they die, they become ghosts. So these are two different things. Now demons are the people who can harm you in the sense, who can possess you, who can destroy your life. Ghosts and spirits are the one who can possess you, who you can get possessed by a ghost as well. But if you get possessed by a ghost, it is a hello guys, can you hear me? I think so. Again, I got disconnected. Mic testing 1 2 3. I don't know what happened, but just tell me yes or no on the chat if you guys can hear me. Yes, I have to ask myself. Okay, I don't know what happened, it got disconnected. Anyways, where I was, I was telling you, if you are possessed by a ghost, it becomes a bit easier, because a priest or a baba or a panditji, whatever, they can control the ghost and they can tell the ghost to come out of the person's body. But when a demon possesses you, it's extremely difficult for a human to fight the demon. It's only God who can fight the demon for humans. So this is the difference between demons and ghosts, and this is the basic information. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to go in detail, but this is the basic information what I have. Now the number one fact about demons and ghosts, especially, see, today's theme is all about demons. Yes, ghost is also there, but I just want to give you the main fact about demons. The biggest fact is that you should not talk about them. Why? Because it attracts them. See, it's very simple. Now what we are doing, live stream, people are doing live stream, people are talking about ghost. It is attracting them. I'll give you a very simple example. Now you go to a religious place. You go to that place, you're praying. Okay? So everyone in the room is praying. There is a positive energy which is going out. Okay? And this message is going to God and whatever is happening there. So it's very positive. You're talking about God. Good things are happening. You are positive when you're talking. Now, when you talk always about demons, ghosts, spirits, yes, it is affecting your mind. But who is affecting it? The demon is affecting that. So whenever something happens to you, whenever you feel something supernatural, yes, it is in your mind. But who is putting that thought? It is the demon. So the biggest fact what I know, okay, it is not there on the internet anyway, but this is the actual fact that if you talk about them, it attracts. And it's just very simple. If you talk about anything, it will, it will attract. So be careful. Do consume horror content, but just be careful. Do not consume it throughout the day. Do not consume it every day. Once a week, it's fine. But my main motive is, yes, share your experience, share your ghost stories, but also I want to educate people. Also, I want to tell that, these are the few things which you need to understand. Now, before going to the next one, okay, this was the number one fact. Now, the second fact, in fact, this is the number one fact. Remember, good will always win against the bad. No matter God, through these angels to hell, God has given them power as well. God has given demons power as well. But remember one thing, no matter what, demons cannot harm you to an extreme level. Yes, they can possess you. Yes, they can harm your body. Yes, they can, spoil your mind in the sense by putting all different thoughts. They can try to, tell you to do all bad things. Yes. But always remember, good is always going to win. So all you don't need to worry is just that you need to keep your mind positive. It feels like I am like a priest and I'm giving a sermon right now, but I'm just going through that direction. But yeah, keep your mind positive. That's all I can say. Do not worry about anything. Be positive. Nothing else will happen. Next thing about demons, blah 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 blah. Yeah, this thing is done. Now, since Divyani shared a story about her brother. No, not Divyani, sorry. Since Alex shared a story about the truck driver and he's seen that kid and this and that. So now Divyani will know that my neighbor, okay, are Neil and Nikita. And they are good friends. So when I was growing up, as always, whenever I used to meet anyone, I used to always talk about ghost stories and that and all. So now they had an uncle. So now this is a story about a ghost. Okay. And it's a very famous story. I'm not sure if people heard it or no, but I know most of them who are there here must have heard it. So I'm just going to repeat the story again. So I'll break the story into three parts again. First is the character introduction, second is the actual incident, and third is let's see if there is any logical reason. Now, to begin with character introduction, there is my neighbor's uncle. Now, my neighbor's uncle, let's name him Andrew. Okay, so now Andrew is a taxi driver where he drives in Bandra. Now, since Andrew had financial problems, so what he used to do is like early in the morning, he used to drop his kids to school, he used to drop his wife to work, XYZ. He used to, drop children as well to school. He used to do that work in his taxi. Then evening was the time where he used to go on the road and get the normal fare from normal people. So till 3-4 o'clock, he used to drive his taxi. So basically his actual duty used to start in the evening. So now he's driving somewhere near Bandra, and it's a common thing that pubs are open till late night. There is prostitution, like there are guys who will pick girls up, XYZ. So now for Andrew, so I'll just call him uncle now. So for uncle, it was a normal thing. Each person is just a passenger. He should not care if it's a prostitute, a murderer, a police inspector, whatever. He should just pick them up from point A to point B. Now what happened was, around, you can say, 2:30, okay, every day or every morning or whatever, he used to pick up one girl. Now she was a prostitute. She used to do her job, in the sense whatever, obviously what prostitute does, she used to do that. And by 2:30, 3, sometime 1 o'clock, depending on the customers, she used to call uncle and she used to say, pick me up from here. So now his job was that he has to pick her up from from a particular location after she finishes her clients or whatever, and drop her home. This was the normal ritual, and this went on for 6-7 months. So initially, uncle used to like greet her, XYZ, and this and that, hi, how are you? He used to look back and this, that, and all. Then, like, since it was a daily routine, he used to just say, okay, sit. And from wherever he used to pick her, it used to be like, little bit dark. Anyways, it's in the middle of the night, and he's sitting inside and she's standing. So, you cannot actually see her face. So he seen her face at only once or twice. That was the initial days. And after that, it was so used to, like, he used to just get a call that pick me up from here. And then eventually what happened is that he knew the location. Like, even though she used to not call, he used to reach there. So it went 6 months, 7 months went by. Then one day he was, reading the news early in the morning, and he got to know that there was a girl who was murdered, XYZ, this, that, and all. So he didn't pay attention to that, and he continued with his life. Now that evening, he went, to pick her up. So he found something strange, in the sense, like, just the door opened, the door banged. He felt like, someone sat in the back seat. He did not see in the mirror, nothing. He just started the car, went, and he knows where she stays. He stopped the car there. The door opened, and it closed, with a bang. And she just said, thank you for everything you have done. So he, like, was wondering, like, why is she saying this? Like, what happened to her? And for her and for him, it was just a normal customer. He did not care, prostitute or whatever I told you. So he was just confused, like, why is she saying that? But anyways, he left, he went. Next morning, again he was reading his newspaper, and that time there was a follow up of that story, like the girl was murdered XYZ. So he came to know, like, the girl's face was, the photograph was there, this, that, and all. And then he realized, oh shit, it is this girl. Now she died one night before, or 2 nights before, you can say. And last night he dropped her. And it cannot be anyone else, because she said thank you for everything. And he recognizes her voice, because for almost 6 months he used to, pick and drop her. And she used to have a conversation with him. So now the story is over. Now coming to a logical explanation. Now to date, he does not know if it was another prostitute, if it was another passenger, or it was the same one. But from that day, he has stopped doing night shift. He does day shift, and by 7-8 o'clock, that's it. He does not work after that. So that was something scary. But talking about the theme, I feel this cannot be demon. This can be a ghost, because a ghost is someone who has lived a life, and after they're dying they become a ghost. So this can be connected to a ghost. It cannot be connected to a demon. And in regards to demon, I have another story, but let me read the chat. Divyani is saying, when there I ghost and light goes wala real experience from the guest room. Okay. Yes. Divyani is saying Lucifer was the most beautiful angel back then. Yes. And he experienced pride of the personality he had. The arrogance made him soar and started back answering God. Yes, so Divyani, it's 1 hour 42 minutes. Exactly by 2 o'clock I am going to end. I will tell you when to join. I have 2 more stories. So I will share one story, then you join in, and then I will share the last story. Okay, so just give me a minute. So now we discuss about demons, we discuss about ghost, XYZ, whatever. This was my point of view. I know tonight a lot of people have not joined in, but if you're watching this after, maybe tomorrow, whenever you're watching, please do comment and let me know what is your point of view. Or else you can join in my next live stream, and I would love to hear someone who is against spirits and ghosts, who has a different point of view. I would really love to have a conversation with that person. So yes, so now to begin with, the story what I am going to tell you is about ghosts, and then towards the end of the live stream I'm going to tell you about demons. So this is purely about ghost. Okay, so same thing, I'm going to break down this into 3 parts: character introduction, backstory, then after that is the actual incident, and third is, if there is any logical explanation, we can discuss. So now to begin with, the location is in UP, Bihar. Okay, there is a big family which includes mother, father, 4 to 5 siblings. There's an auntie and the auntie's husband, even they have siblings. So you can say almost 8 to 12 young children are there. Then there is a grandmother. Then there is grandmother's sister as well. So it's a big house. Okay. And you can say at least 12 to 15 people are there in this family. Big house, UP, Bihar. This story is, you can say, in the early 90s, 91, 92. This was just when I was born. There are a lot of characters in the story, but there is one main character. Her name is Munni. Okay. Now Munni was born in the year 92. Okay. She grew up. After 2 years, she started talking, walking, XYZ, and she started recognizing everyone in the family. Now, since the family was such big, yes, they used to meet together once a while, because maybe the father is working, mother is gone out to the market, XYZ. So it used to become very difficult for everyone to come together. But yes, when they're having dinner or there's a festival, XYZ, people used to come together. And you can say this house is, you can say, like a mahal. Many rooms, big courtyard, so many things are there. So this is the backstory and this is the character introduction. Now I'll tell you what actually happened. So now the main character is Munni. Munni grew up. She was 3 years old, 4 years old, and she was interacting with everyone. Like, she was close to her grandmother's sister, then her mother, father, cousins, everyone. She was close to everyone. Then what happened is, her father got a job somewhere else because he was working in the bank. So what he decided, that he will take his family, means his wife and his daughter, and he will go to another city and work. So now they are in another city. Father has worked there for 5 to 6 years. They used to always go back to the holidays. She used to meet everyone in the family, grandmother, sister, grandmother, auntie, uncle, everyone. She used to meet everyone, go back to another city, work, blah blah blah. Now it's been, Munni is, you can say, 15 years old, and now Munni's father has got transferred back to UP Bihar. Come back, and then when they actually finally decided to relocate to their original house, she notices something. Now, before telling you this, whenever she used to come for holidays, she used to just stay for, you can say, 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever, and she used to not roam the whole palace. It's like, you can say, it's actually a mahal. It's a big thing. It will take almost half a day to roam the whole thing, because everyone had their own room and XYZ, and they were, you can say, financially rich as well, because it was like the property was like their great grandparents. So when Munni finally relocated, and when she was 15 years old, she went to a room, okay, which was her grandmother's separate room, where she had made like a small temple. Yes, there was a big temple in the courtyard and all, but this was just next to her room, because her grandmother had become old, so she could not travel. She could not go all the way down, so she had made a small temple where, the statue is there. On the right hand side, all the god photos are there. On the left hand side are the the great grandfather who was the king, his photograph. Then whoever was there in the family who lived, all their photographs was there. And then one by one she was seeing that, and this area was newly made. Firstly, only the down temple was there, but now this was made specially for grandmother, because she could not go down. She was on her wheelchair. So this was specially made. So while she was going one by one, she was asking her grandmother, who's this? Then she used to say, okay, this is my grandmother, this is your uncle, this is this. So while going towards the photograph, she seen the last photograph and she got shocked. And she got shocked because it was her grandmother's sister. So she started laughing and she got a bit shocked, and she said, like, why are you putting, daimas or whatever they call them, like, why are you putting your sister's photograph? She's alive, why are you putting this? So the grandmother got little bit offended, and she said, excuse me, but she has passed away 2 years before. So now Munni, who's 15 years old, have shat her pants, because she's saying, this is next to impossible. Are you joking with me? Because whenever they used to come for holidays, she used to meet the grandmother's sister, and she used to meet when everyone was there. It's not that she met her alone, she used to meet when everyone was there. So this was something confusing, and they tried to find a logical reason. They said, Munni said, no, it's not possible, you're lying to me, this, that and all. And she started crying, because even though she was close to her grandmother, she was also close to her grandmother's sister. And the scariest part was, whenever she used to come for holidays, she used to see her sitting, laughing, giggling, talking, this, that and all. So to end the story, basically, to date, her grandmother's sister is still there in that villa or in that mansion or whatever it is called. And whenever Munni used to visit her mansion, she used to see her grandmother's sister, but she didn't know that she was dead. And the reason why the family had not told her about her grandmother's sister's death is because she was close to her. And normally in the Indian family, when a death has taken place in your own house, they don't tell the children. They say, don't come for the funeral, don't do this, don't do that. But I feel that has to be stopped, because if you allow your kids, or if you allow anyone to understand the beauty of death, life, when they are young, tomorrow when they become big and when suddenly something happens, it will become easier for them to bear that pain. Suddenly, if you are 21, 22 and your parents have protected you till you have grown up, you will not able to face the real world. I don't know, this live stream is going towards some different motivational speaking thing or something. But yeah, to end the story, they did not tell her because of this reason. But she could see her grandmother's sister whenever she used to visit her own mahal. So that was something scary. So Divyani, if you're still there, you can join in. After you joining in, then I will end with a story which is about demons. So it's 1 hour 53 minutes more, 10 minutes, 8-9 minutes are there. So I'm waiting for you. Okay. Divyani saying Abby is awake, so I'll share this story on Tuesday. No problem. So I will go ahead with the last story for the live stream. Okay, before I begin with the last live stream, what am I saying? Before I begin with the last story, I would like to tell you that please, if you haven't liked the video, do like it, because it's a common thing. If you like it, YouTube will push this video to a lot of people who enjoy horror content. But it is quite shocking that it's a Saturday night, it's weekend, and tonight's live stream was in the sense, in terms of viewership, was very low. Not a lot of people have joined in. But anyways, Tuesdays are always fixed. Saturdays are sometime is there, sometime is not there. That depends on my schedule. But Tuesdays are always fixed. So I will go and I will tell you my last story. Okay, now this story, wait 1 minute. Now this story, you need to listen very carefully, because you're going to learn something from this story as well. So once again, I will break this story into 3 parts: character introduction, the actual incident, and the moral of the story. Yes. So to begin with, 2 main characters, husband and wife. I won't name them. Let's just say husband and wife. They loved each other for almost 30 to 40 years. their marriage was beautiful, everything was fine. And then suddenly, when they both were in their old age, you can say when they were in their 70s or 80s, the husband died. Okay. Now you are staying with a person for so many years. Obviously, that love, the bond will increase. And then suddenly the person is not there. You start missing the person. You don't know what to do in your life. So when the husband died, the wife was extremely, extremely sad. And she started going into depression. She started, how do I say, she could not take her husband's death. She was not ready to accept that he has died. Yes, he died because of old age, but she was just not ready to accept. And the problem was that she was all alone, in the sense her children was working somewhere in abroad and they had left her all alone in India. So she was sad and no one was there to talk. So slowly, she started getting dreams about her husband, because throughout the day she used to only think about him. So she started getting dreams about her husband, and in the dream the husband used to talk to her. He used to say to her that I'm fine, don't worry, this, that. After the dream, she started experiencing and feeling also her husband. She eventually she even seen like a person, like no, she even seen the husband. I don't know if it is like a human form or unhuman form, but she seen her husband and they're having conversation. Now she got very happy. She was back to normal. But in this process, she forgot that that once a person is dead, they cannot come back. But she was so engrossed and she was so much missing her husband that when all this happened, she just went into it. She did not realize what was going on. Now the incident, what happened was that the husband started telling her, do this, do that. And eventually, everything what the husband was telling the wife, it was all bad things. Do all evil things. The husband started saying, you practice this rituals, all the black magic, all the bad, dark rituals you need to practice, so that I can come close to you, I can be with you, I will not go away from you, this, that, and all. And now the wife was thinking from her heart. She was not using her brain, because her brain was just blocked. She was all doing that because she wanted more of her husband. She loved him so much. So what happens is that the husband and the wife's children, they come to India for a trip. And now this person is like the son. Okay, the son comes under that category where he can experience, he can feel negative energies, he has even witnessed. So basically he has shared the story. So he has seen, he has experienced. So when he visited India and when he visited his mom, he felt there's a different energy with the mother. She's not bothered about anything. She's only in her room. She's only doing something which she's not telling anyone. So in his annual leave, he found out that she was doing all these bad things, all negative energy, practicing some things which was not right. She had eventually removed all the, basically they were Hindus, so nothing related to religion, but she had removed all the altar, all the religious books, everything. She had just given it away. So he was very confused and he didn't know what was wrong with his mother. And he had to blame himself, because you cannot leave your mother and this work somewhere else. You have to take care of your parents as well. So he decided to speak to her. He spoke to her, but there was no proper answer. She said no, 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 nothing like this, XYZ, this, that, and all. Now he approached a priest. Priest secretly came to the house when the mother was sleeping, found out all this, all black, black magic, I mean, stuff at home, all that voodoo dolls and needles and skull and this and that and all. So, after the whole investigation, they came to know that this is what is happening. But now they didn't know that she was doing because she wanted to interact and meet her husband every day. So what they decided, that they are going to bring the priest, say some prayers and try to find out what is the actual truth. Why is she doing this? So now, after many days, it's not like the first day itself she told everything. Every day the priest used to come, sit and talk to, and he used to say prayers, he used to throw holy water, he used to do. But the wife used to just not say anything. She used to just get aggressive, and she used to say, get out from the house and do this. I don't want to talk to anyone and blah blah blah. After a couple of days, after daily prayers and doing the religious rituals, she opened up and she told that this has happened. Your father is in touch with me, and to be in touch with your father on a daily basis, I have to do this, I have to sacrifice this, I have to do this, I have to do that. So now the priest came to know what exactly is going on. He goes back to his place. He calls a couple of more priests. So now it's a group of 5 to 6 babas, priests, panditjis. They come back next day to this house. They tell the son something where the son gets shit scared and he's shocked. So basically what the priest told the son is that a demon, not a ghost, a demon has possessed and is trying to harm your mother. So basically, before I go ahead with the story, the fact about demons and the difference between demons and ghosts is that when you are sad, when you are at the lowest, that's the time demons attack you, because they want to put you more down. They want to show you that whatever you're going to do is good. But eventually, what happened to the wife? She did not realize that she was doing all this black magic, all this black stuff, all this dark stuff just to meet her husband. But it was not even a husband. It was a demon in the form of a husband who came and manipulated her and who told her to do the bad stuff, bad rituals, black magic, whatever. She did not realize in the process. Now this Panditji has told the son, and they told that we are not fighting with the ghost, we are fighting with the demon here. So you need to be very careful in whatever you do, whatever you say from now on, and we need to have a high ritual, in the sense you have to keep praying at another level, not like a level where you're just interacting with the ghost. So every day different priests came to that house and kept saying different prayers. But the saddest part is, what? That the wife, after a year, she died. Priest, or in general we humans, could not save her. Throughout the year, whenever they used to say prayers, she used to not agree. Then she became violent and this and that and all. And I really don't know who has won here. It's the demon, it's God. I really don't know. But I hope that after she dying, she goes to heaven or God accepts her, because what devil wanted, he was successful in the sense, see, eventually devil, Satan, demon, they want the human soul. They don't want the human soul to go to heaven. They want us to do bad. They want us to do sins. And that is how they can pull you to hell. So this was the story. There is no ending. There is no conclusion. But this is what happened where, the mother died. She fought till the end. But I don't know. It's a very personal, not can say personal, but it's a very sad story which made me very emotional when I read the story for the first time. But yeah, this was something which you should also learn. Remember, if you have lost any of your family members, and if you see them in your dream, or if you see them in your dream, or if you see them anywhere, it's not them. It's the demon who's trying to affect you. But always remember, if your faith is strong, if your mind is strong, nothing can affect you. Remember, nothing. Because God or good will always win against the devil or the bad things. But I just pray for the wife's soul to rest in peace, and she goes to the right people, she goes to the right medium, and she meets God. So that's all I can hope. So letting you the name of the story, it's about the World War II Polish people who had a refugee camp in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. It's related to the Polish graveyard ritual. Oh, is it the same or not sure? Anyways, so since Divyani is not coming, and today the live stream was good. We spoke about demonic possession, demons, ghost, haunting experience. Divyani came, Alex came, but I'm still waiting for someone to join in and have a tod-fod conversation, in the sense like they should have a different point of view. I want to speak to such kind of person who has a different point of view, who says no, ghost does not exist, and this is the reason. I want to know. So thank you everyone for the for joining in. This live stream was fun. Had a good conversation. Now I'll see you next on Tuesday as always. So Tuesdays are always my live stream, but Saturdays are the time, if I get chance, I do live stream. So thank you once again for joining in. I shall see you soon. If you're new to the channel, I think so Tatya Bichu was there. What a name for the channel. Tatya Bichu, do like and subscribe. There is Hotspot K. Do like and subscribe. Do whatever you want to do, but don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot because a small channel. So thank you so much, and I shall see you in my next live stream. Good night. Good night. Thank you everyone, for people who are listening till the end. Much appreciated. Also, before we end the live stream, I would like to tell you, whatever was discussed, whatever was shared on this live stream is all for entertainment. We do not promote blind faith or superstition. So, until next time, enjoy your time, enjoy your life, and happy haunting. Good night.